Let me start by telling you a story of Sam, a farmer living in Northern Territory. Sam was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes 6 years ago. A few days back, he scratched his foot while working. What Sam doesn't know is this wound can be devastating for him. This is because diabetic wounds are different. They take longer time to heal, are difficult to care for, and 20% of these can result in amputations. Amputations are #1 problem faced by diabetics. There are 4,400 diabetic-related amputations each year in Australia, and 85% of these are preventable. For our hackathon, we designed a bandage that can provide quick, easy, and low-cost solution for these diabetic wounds.
So here I'm going to introduce you our new project called Colligator. Basically, it is a combination of collagen dressings with embedded indicators. So these indicators can help Sam to track where the progression of the wound. These indicators are powered by the ability to track the progression of the wound based on where the wound is. And then it is embedded with the warning system to help Sam to notify whether he has to change the dressing on or to call the doctor so that he can avoid the complication for Sam and he can still continue his life.
So for $3,000, we'd be looking to put out an initial run of 100 prototypes with this sort of cost breakdown. Our main material cost would be the collagen bandages. The indicators that we would embed in them are a lot cheaper and very readily and commercially available. We'd initially be looking at marketing this through local healthcare providers and regional doctors and hospitals, and then moving on to maybe pharmacies, even supermarkets in a best case scenario. The use of indicators is already familiar to us, say in nappies where the moisture indicator will tell us if it needs changing or not. We just want to augment that with pH and temperature, which are then indicators of the wound going bad. Now I haven't time to indicate the very wide range of backgrounds that we have in this team, but we have come up with a new product idea that will help remote patients and doctors to better manage diabetic wounds. Yeah, the nappy's not that urgent.
Hi guys, great presentation. I love your tagline, change it before you lose it. So how realistic is it that you can put pH and temperature sensors into a bandage and accurately measure what's changing with the wound?
Well, I mean, as I alluded to, it's not like it's terribly new, it's just a new application. Using litmus paper, which is basically what these indicator nappies do, is it works quite well.
But isn't that moisture? And what do you have to detect?
Well, first of all, you'll detect moisture, which indicates to you that the bandage needs changing. Depending on what colour it changes to, if it changes to, for example, if the wound is starting to get acidic, then it's going to change to a different colour than if it's, and that itself is an indicator of exudate or something else wrong.
Just wanted to add something. Inflammation has hallmarks, which is temperature change, color, and as well as exudate. So these bandages can detect the exudate or blood coming out of the wound, also the temperature, which is inflammation, and also if there is anything else going on, it just gives this indication to the customer, that the user, to go to doctor and change this dressing.
I think it's also worth indicating we don't need to be precisely accurate. The only point is to indicate to the patient something's going on. It's not to tell the patient you need to do this or that now. This is something you should tell your doctor.
Okay, so that's an interesting approach. The one thing that I wonder about with using a cover for a wound is you know, if a wound is going to be infected and is inflamed, it will hurt unless the person with diabetes has nephropathy. So they will know. You won't need an indicator to tell them. So have you thought about where in the diabetic population this is likely to be most applicable?
We were thinking about that usually when these wounds happen, they are on extremities and these are numb. So they don't really get to know that it's not really always painful. So that's why these wounds can be really helpful and direct them to go to the physician for more checkup. So not always these are painful.
A great presentation, a great idea. I love the use of SAM in Outback Australia. We've had a lot of examples of India, which can be anywhere in the world, but Outback Australia or rural areas has just as many challenges. I love the Band-Aid, which had all the different markings on it, and I was thinking, gosh, you could test everything. Why don't you think the big Band-Aid companies in the world haven't gone down this path?
Normal Band-Aid, they don't have this ability, and for wound dressing, for diabetic foot ulcers, there are some collagen dressings, but they just don't think about it. That's why we want to use this as our strategy.